The donkey in Qian exhausts its tricks. Origin and story. The donkey in Qian exhausts its tricks is derived from three admonitions, the donkey in Qian, written by Lu Zongyuan in the Tang dynasty. At that time, there were no donkeys in the area of Qian, now around Guizhou province. A meddlesome person went to great lengths to transport a donkey by boat. However, upon arrival, he found that the donkey had little practical use, so he let it graze at the foot of the mountain. When a tiger first saw this huge creature, it was filled with misgivings and thought it might be some powerful divine being. It quickly hid in the forest and secretly spied on the donkey. The tiger approached cautiously, full of doubts, and had no idea about the true nature of this strange animal. One day, the donkey suddenly brayed loudly, and the tiger was so frightened that it ran away, thinking it was going to be eaten and being extremely scared. But after a few days, the tiger observed repeatedly and found that the donkey didn't seem to have any special abilities. It gradually got used to the donkey's braying and became bolder, starting to circle around the donkey, though it still didn't dare to attack easily. The tiger became even bolder and deliberately bumped into and offended the donkey. The donkey, annoyed, kicked out with its hooves. Seeing this, the tiger rejoiced secretly, thinking, "So that's all it can do." Then it leaped forward, pounced on the donkey, bit through its throat, ate all its meat, and left contentedly. Interpretation of the meaning. Literally, the donkey in Qian exhausts its tricks means that the donkey in Qian has used up all its skills. Its deeper implication is that when a person or thing has extremely limited abilities, once all these abilities are exerted, there is no longer any way to deal with the situation. It is often used to describe a state of being in a difficult situation with no solutions, carrying an obvious derogatory connotation. It constantly reminds people that they should continuously enrich themselves and improve their abilities. One should never be blindly confident based on only limited skills. Otherwise, when facing a complex situation, it is easy to reveal one's true colors and fall into an embarrassing situation. At the same time, it also warns us that we should not judge things only by their appearance, but should explore their inner essence in depth to avoid being deceived by false appearances. Examples of usage. In the workplace scenario. In a certain project, Shaoli has always relied on the simple experience he accumulated in the past to get things done. At first, the project progressed smoothly, and his methods could still cope. But as the project advanced, complex technical problems and unexpected situations emerged. Shaoli tried all the methods he was familiar with, but still couldn't solve the problems and fell into a situation where he exhausted his tricks, like the donkey in Qian. Eventually, the project's progress was hindered, and he realized that he had lacked the study of new knowledge and skills in his daily life, and relying solely on past experience was far from enough. In the field of education. During the process of learning English, some students are used to rote memorizing words and grammar rules. They can barely cope when doing some routine exercises. But in the reading comprehension and writing sections of English exams, when faced with flexible questions and the requirement of comprehensively applying language abilities, they are at a loss, just like the donkey in Qian exhausting its tricks. Because they haven't truly developed their English thinking ability and practical application ability, but only stayed at the level of mechanical memorization. Once encountering questions beyond the routine, they don't know what to do, and it's difficult for them to improve their grades. This also reminds educators and learners that when learning a language, they should focus on the cultivation of abilities, rather than simply memorizing knowledge.